Hey party people, welcome to today's video, a tour of my work/design/craft/studio space. I'm a designer here based in New York. New York space comes at a premium, so the goal is always to maximize every square inch. Roughly, I have about 250 square feet, give or take. This video organized? Well, I'm going to show you around the studio, section by section, and talk about the storage solution I use for that area, and how I try to stay organized in such a tiny space. My hope is that you'll be inspired by some of what I do and get some really good ideas. I'm also going to introduce you to some of the sewing machines I use. I call these my work crew, and I'll demo how they operate. I mainly use industrial sewing equipment. Then I'm going to close out by sharing with you one of my favorite organizational hacks. This is where I mainly sit, work on my computer, and film videos. When I need more space or have to cut something large, I use a 6-foot folding table. I try to keep everything super duper organized, and I clean up at the end of every workday. Things that I use most often I keep within arm's reach, like scissors, rulers, my favorite glue, or rotary punch. An instant organizing tip, and one I highly suggest, is pegboard. I like it since it's a great way to hang things I want to keep handy, but still keep them out of the way. And I also love the fact that you can paint it. And I keep my seasonal trend mood board here so that I can see it. Open Studio Bag. This is where I keep a majority of the leather that I use for projects and all the other assorted supplies I use. I've learned over time that I need something that's strong that's not going to sag or bow from the weight. So for this reason, I invested in industrial metro grade shelving. Before I talk about that though, hold on to that. I'm going to get back to it in just a minute. So now let's start with the side. As I mentioned, in general, I found that many of the things that I keep are very, very heavy and they weigh down the structure. So in order not to be replacing something every few months or waking up one day to find something caved in, which has happened, I stick with metal and solid wood. This wooden shelf with metal storage baskets has been great. Like most designers, I'm very visual. So when I'm digging around looking for something and to avoid going all Tasmanian devil and tearing up the place, I've converted to plastic. I want to be able to pick up a plastic bag or tray and see what's in there. Storage closet. Here is where I try to maximize the storage by adding shelves within shelves. Here I keep anything that's liquid or paint or anything that needs to remain in an upright position. This mope, I think that's how you say it, is a mini storage chest. Another brilliant design from the folks at Ikea. It fits really well into my existing unit. I bought a few of them and stacked them on top of each other. What I like about this is that the position of the drawers are interchangeable and they hold a lot of things. If you don't like the natural color, you can stain it or paint it. For me though, I left it as is. Metro shelf unit. Now let's get back to the Metro shelf unit for a minute. I'll leave you guys a link to the one that I bought on Wayfair. In terms of size, I bought the one that was closest in width to the available wall space, and I got it as tall as I could without being worried it would tip over, and I could also reach the top level fairly easily. For the most part, I keep all of my leather rolled instead of folded, and I group by color, then by texture. John Axle. Wireframe with storage baskets. This is one of my favorites. In terms of how I organized it, I kind of made my own custom unit. I needed a lot of drawers that have open space and that can also be pulled out if needed. Each drawer is organized with similar items. All the ribbon is in one, all the cotton webbing or leather trim in another. One of my favorite plastic storage holders are these plastic folders with a flap and a string. I picked these up from one of my local office supply stores. bottom, I use this Cugius, I think that's how you say it, storage box with lid. It also comes with an insert drawer with dividers. I put this at the bottom with all the things that are the heaviest, but I use the least. I like these because the plastic is very sturdy and they are designed to stack on top of each other. Few last words about the Metro shelves. You've got to get the plastic storage liners. If you don't use these, the leather will fold and crease where the metal bars are. As you can see, I have a lot of leather. So to get the most out of the Metro shelf, I lay the leather the long way. I really like the open space concept so that I can find whatever I'm looking for fairly easily. Now let me introduce you to my work crew. You know how people name their cars? Well, I actually have a name for all of my sewing machines, and in my mind, I believe they all have a personality. Let me introduce you. This is Seiku. He's Japanese.
こんにちはジョディさん。こんにちは YouTuber の皆さん。私は彼女のような工業機械ですが、いわゆるシリンダー機械です。主に野球帽や靴のようなチューブ状曲がったプロジェクトとか、届くのが歩いているかのように進む足を持っているのです。それは川から上がってそして進みます。私は日本製で非常に頑丈です。プラスチック部分がありません。私エコー YouTuber になることを祈っています。
This is Kansu. I got him from a sewing machine dealer in Brooklyn, so I imagine he's Spanish and a little bit spicy. Kansu is a skiver. If you're not familiar with the term, it means reducing the thickness. Let me show you how it works. This is Bernina. This is my first ever sewing machine. My mom bought it for me when I graduated from high school. I don't use it much anymore, but I keep it around for sentimental reasons, and I must say it's still in good condition and works just fine. Okay, party people, so let me introduce you to the last machine. This is Juki. I call her Key for short. Out of all my machines, I use her the most.
こんにちは。私は産業機械でどんな種類の頑丈な素材も縫うことができるのよ。このスタジオでは主にレザーを担当しているの。私はウォーキングニードルのあるフラットヘッドなの。これは基本的に針が持ち上がって生地を前に持ってくるということよ。そしてサーボモーターを装着しているから速度がさらに遅くできるし減速機もあるのよ。とっても。特にアパートのそこら辺で歌ったり踊ったりしているとあなたって最高よ。すごく楽しい。私たちはまるでブリトニー・スピアーズみたいよね。バイバイ。皆さん自分のプロジェクトで頑張ってね。成功をお祈りします。
Open studio front. As I mentioned, this is the front office of the studio. The table is another piece that I got from Ikea. I covered it with 3 self-healing cutting mats. I use X-Acto knives and rotary cutters on pretty much every single project, so I find these very valuable so that I can save my workspace. And for the most part, in terms of tools, I keep everything that's similar in the same container. This plastic parts storage cabinet has been a game changer for the studio. As an accessories designer, I have and keep a full library of hardware. At one point, I kept everything that was the same in one spot, like all the buckles, for instance. But once I got this, I was able to sort out everything by color. The black with the black, the silver with the silver, gold with the gold, and then sort by type. If you have a lot of small things, you've got to get this. Organization tip. Here's my organization tip. I cut swatches of any skin as soon as I bring it home, and on the back I write down all of the information. I cut them all the same size with a template. Since I bring home a lot of swatches, this instantly lets me know that this is from one of my cut skins. I record how much of it that I have, like a full hide, half skin, or scrap, and I organize them on a ring with a grommet. It's easy for me to create color stories using these, and I also use them with my mood boards. Speaking of which, that's the next video that I've got planned, and I certainly hope that you will check it out. Okay, party people, so that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and I wish you bag success. I hope you were able to get a few ideas and this inspired you to get organized. Don't forget to subscribe and join the DIY party so that you don't miss a minute. Until next time, bye-bye.